Hello everyone, welcome to another WOD Central Draft. My name is Aaron and we are jumping into a vintage draft cube again. Alright, let's look at what we have here. We have a slew of lands, Sulphur Falls being the most interesting to me. Oath of Druids, we could build a deck around that. Just get a bunch of big creatures and don't draft much creatures and just basically, cheat out big guys. Necropotence. Sword of Plowshare, just a solid, strong card. Inquisition, Hand Disruption. So for me, it's probably like a land or Oath of Druids. I think if we have Oath of Druids, we'd have to have some kind of tutor to help us get it. I think it's the white tutor, right, that gets enchantments. Nothing else really appealing here. We could just go for a land. Let's go for Oath of Druids. Build around it. Alright. So we could take Progenitus. This strategy, I'm assuming, is heavily reliant on Oath of Druids. Maybe we could even get a Natural Order and hope to sacrifice green creatures to get big green creatures. So maybe I want to try to wheel the Progenitus and take the Elvish Mystic. Other good cards here, I mean, clearly Vendilion Clique's good. Buried Alive for that Reanimator. So, no big creatures. We do a Wall of Roots. Savannah. Savannah could be a pick. Wall of Roots is not the greatest card ever, so ideally I want to have the 1-drop Rampers, but this is a fine card. It blocks. It's good against the mono red deck, I guess. I'll take a Savannah here. Oh yeah, there's the Vampiric Tutor. So that's another way we can get stuff, I guess. So we don't have to get the Enlightened Tutor. I totally forgot about the actual, all the black tutors. So, well, that's a good card to pick up right now, I think. Nothing else crazy. Thragtusk is nice. We even have a possibility of wheeling it. Put that in there. Oh, okay. Searchers of Tomorrow's fine card. I like Sword of Feast and Famine. It's not the greatest in what this deck is trying to do. We could go Thoughtseize. That's kind of random though. It's like not really what we want to do. I could take Necromancy and we could kind of do a split like ramp Reanimator. Could do that. I mean, Search for Tomorrow's might come back. And there's nothing else really insane here, it doesn't seem like. Yeah. Let's try that. Fast Bond. I have a hard time seeing where this is good except for in the Upheaval decks. There's Una's Prowler to discard a creature if we need to go on the Reanimator strat. Stomp Howler is fine. You could pick that up. I'm sure that might even wheel. I don't know. Is Fast Bond what we're looking for? I don't know. Maybe Hedron Archive. Yeah. Maybe I should have taken the Una's Prowler. Okay. Thrun, just a fine card. Harmonize, probably what we want to do if we're trying to do some kind of combo, so. Arbor Elf, Villainous Wealth. Oh man, I can never get away from this card. Heartbeat of Spring. Not really what we're looking for. Yes, it ramps you, but it also ramps them, which is kind of scary. That's more of a, I guess, a storm card. Pithing Needle could be a sideboard card. We could go Sidisi. Could go Confluence. Maybe just take the Needle for the board. There's the Progenitus. Alright, so we could Oath of Druids into Progenitus. Mesmeric Fiend's pretty good for hand disruption, but I'm not really sure. Maybe we could take it to Ranged Hermit. Maybe get some kind of weird like shenanigans going on with if we could pick up like a Recurring Nightmare or something of the likes. Ophiomancer. Primal Command, I guess it's a tutor. It's a really bad tutor. I'd rather just take Ophiomancer. I don't think I'm playing it. But, Edric, I don't know. Nothing really here for us. Thrawn, we may play it. So, yeah, so we have one target for the Oath of Druids. Like I said, we could go Reanimator strategy as well here. Woodfall Primus. There's a target for another target for our Oath of Druids. Entomb, pretty good with Necromancy, but we don't have a lot of Reanimator stuff, so I'll just take the Primus. I mean, it sucks passing Mind Sculptor, obviously, but we just want to go force our own route there. So what am I looking for? I'd like a Natural Order. That's I think that's one of the favorites in this kind of thing. We could just sneak up Progenitus very easily. I'd like one more tutor maybe. Not too crazy about Thrun. In the worst case scenario, we play Hedron Archive to play other stuff a little bit more fair. Emrakul, okay. Emrakul can be a card we sneak out. Shallow Grave, it comes back, I guess. I guess we could wait for these things to come back. I mean, the Progenitus did Wheel. We could go Jiraga. The problem with the Oath of Druid deck is that you kind of want to have the least amount of creatures as possible to like flip up creatures. But then like if these things get stuck in your hand, you're kind of screwed. That's why I like to have the Reanimator kind of thing with it. But we don't have any discard effects, so we're kind of like, you know. Mox Diamond's also a possibility. We could do that. Yeah, let's just do that. I've never really played with this card, so it'd be nice to try it out. Kozilek. Kozilek can actually be cast in a deck that can. Sundering Titan's good too. Sundering Titan's really good. So I think here, well, actually, it's just for fellows, isn't it? Yeah, because we're just like gonna. So we could wheel a bunch of fatties here, and we could just end up being just straight up ramp, and we don't need the reanimator blanket there, the parachute, so we know we don't crash and burn. Genesis Wave seems cool. Ancient Tomb seems cooler. I hope I'm not missing anything here. I think Ancient Tomb is the pick. Tooth and Nail, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we put 2 cards into our hands and then 2 into the battlefield. That's pretty good. Alright, so I think the reanimator thing is probably not happening, because we don't really need it to happen. Acidic Slime, sure, or Green Sun Zenith. I like Acidic Slime quite a bit. What is it doing? Not much, maybe. Maybe it's just Green Sun Zenith right now, because we can search up Raphelos. This is another reanimator thing. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So one thing is going to come back from this pack. There is a chance that Corpse Dance is going to come back, but I think it might just be a red card that's coming back. I'm going to take the Corpse Dance just to hedge a little bit more. Did we end up taking the Buried Alive? No, we didn't. Alright, so someone is probably going into that deck, and that's fine. Garruk. Yeah, sure. He doesn't screw up the plan because he's not a creature. So there's the Entomb. I think we want to take the Entomb. Draga Wield. Oof. Wow, that's weird. Emrakul Wield also. Man, I want to play Emrakul so badly. We might wield it. Was it Ulamog or Kozilek? And I guess they're just as good as so I'll just take the Draga. Oh, it didn't come back. Damn, that sucks. Oh well. Reclamation Slage is fine. Master, not really interested. Yeah, Olivia. Alright. Well, we got that back. So I think we just need to prioritize fatties now. We have enough ramp. Maybe 1 or 2 discard outlets somehow for these, but I think we just passing Emrakul was pretty rough though. It sucks because Draga's so good. Well, there's a Natural Order. That's exactly what we're looking for. Moxjet is amazing, obviously, but our deck is heavily reliant on getting out big creatures to win, because we can't really win any other way. And now that we have Natural Order, and now that we have Oath of Druids, I actually see ourselves cutting maybe Oath of Druids for the Natural Order. Because the way I see Natural Order is that I see Oath of Druids as like it's a bad Natural Order. take Mox Emerald, sure. So yeah, if I think that was probably a bad move on my part, not taking the the Emrakul. I probably should have. That was just great win con for us. Didn't know. Well, I guess it doesn't really work with Natural Order, because Natural Order is getting a green creature. Here's a Reoccurring Nightmare, and I'm pretty sure the big problem is we don't have any discard outlets. That's what's happening here. So we're going to be kind of tight for playables, I think. We need this fixing. Is there anything else we could take? We could take Oracle. But... Yo! It's Oracle versus Overgrown Tomb. What's up?
Vintage.
Yeah, vintage. So we don't have any fixing for our black, so I think I'm just gonna go for Overgrown Tomb here. Packrat doesn't really work with this strategy. We have Gaea's Cradle. It's kind of going against Oath of Druids. We have Worn Power Stone, which will ramp us for our fatties. I like a Packrat, but I think our mandate is getting the fatties out. It's all about the fatties.
All of the fatties.
I think I need to pick up one more fatty though, or this deck doesn't really seem like a good deck. Alright, Angel Serenity, but it doesn't work with Natural Order. Does Tooth and Nail have a restriction on color? No, it doesn't. Okay. Worst case scenario, Angel Serenity becomes a discard target with Entomb, not a discard target, Entomb target. And we don't have a huge creature count, so maybe it is still possible to get the Oath of Druids working. I don't really see anything else here for us. Alright, Fauna Shaman is a discard outlet. You have to have a creature in your hand, but you could discard, you could have your Recurring Nightmare out, discard a creature such as Progenitus, whatever, and then Recurring Nightmare them. There's Caryatid, but I think this helps the deck a lot more. We're not going to be struggling. Survival of the Fittest. Palinchron, not really amazing, but... Yeah, so we have three green cards that kind of step each other's toes, I feel, a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what to pick here, actually. Maybe I should have went for the land there. Alright.
Isn't Garruk in your colors?
Yeah, Garruk is in my colors. I'm going to most likely take him. There's nothing else for us anyway, so take Garruk. I don't know if we'll play him or not.
Two
Sneak attack would have been nice. We just really didn't get enough fatties. So we have three win cons, and let's hope to God that they get there.
But Garruk can be a win con as well, no? Both of them?
No, it could. Garruk could be a win con for sure. But he's not. I don't know, people are doing way more crazier things than that in the cube, that's the thing. Sure, the Elder, maybe we'll play it. I don't think we will. Moldaya to,
Grimeg is also a fatty though. Oh yeah, the Oracle's good.
uh,
The Oracle's probably the way to go. Or,
I think I'll just take the Moldaya because, it'll just smooth out everything. Creatures. Okay, so I think if we take out the Gaia's Cradle, not Gaia's Cradle, sorry, Oath of Druids, things kind of work a lot better. Alright. Grab check for 2 seconds. Alright, so our deck is... We do have a deck. It's a little fragile in that if we don't get our 3 win cons going, kind of screwed. Okay, so we have our Rampers. A lot of Rampers. It's questionable, which I'm definitely playing Natural Order. That's just clearly coming in. Reoccurring Nightmare with Woodfall Primus, like over and over again, with some other creature is just insane. So you Reoccurring Nightmare, you entomb basically your Woodfall Primus, and then you Reoccurring Nightmare it, you bring it into play, and then you sacrifice it to something. It persists and it destroys another land or something. Do I have anything else that has into the battlefield effects that are really good?
Sticks on Recurring Nightmare?
Yeah, it's just stupid.
Yeah, that's insane.
So if I have any other creatures that, such as Deranged Hermit, that has into the battlefield effects, it could be good with that. That's a possibility. Put it aside for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the pieces that we really need. Progenitus, Primus, Angel Serenity, Tooth and Nail, Green Sun Zenith, what's going on now? Stupid. Okay, there you go. Raphaelos is good game here if we... I'm not crazy about Hedron Archive, to be honest. Moldaya will smooth out the deck. Wall Blossoms does draw a card. It's pretty good with the Reoccurring Nightmare theme. We bring it in, we have a good thing to sacrifice for Natural Order, which is nice. I think Oath of Druids does not work here anymore because there are too many creatures. Discard a creature card, search your library for a creature card, and put it to your hand. This is a good way to get creatures into the graveyard if we have Necromancy or Corpse Dance. But that's also what Fauna Shaman does.
She's also a creature.
I don't know if we need Fauna Shaman. They do the same thing, except survival is a lot less fragile. Now Elder we don't really need. I think I'd like to do this. The Vampire Tutor gets us our one way to get our combo, one of our 2 combos. Those good. Harmonize, Moldaya. The Garriks are fine. Sorry if I heard cost. I don't know if I want to play the Garriks because this Garrick doesn't win anything in its own. It's fine, but I think possibly Deranged Hermit with... No. Deranged Hermit with Reoccurring Nightmare is pretty good. I just want to have as much interaction with all my cards as possible. Reclamation Sage is always a good card. Ophiolmancer is fine. It's a good blocker. We have enough redundancy with the Rampers that I don't think I need Green Sun Zenith. Though it's really good for getting Raphaelos. Maybe we could cut an Arbor Elf. Or we could cut a Fauna Shaman. This is tough. This is tough. We also have, can't forget that we have Mox Diamond, which is also a spell, because we have to kind of discard a land kind of thing, so it's not counted, can't count it as a land. So possible cuts. Necromancy and Corpse Dance and oh no, Reoccurring Nightmare does not work as an instant. So Reoccurring Nightmare only has 2 targets. I still like it though. So you have to cut 3 cards. And it's going to be one of these 3. And Harmonize is so good to get us to our combo. Deranged Hermit just seems like a stretch. Reclamation Sage. It's the only interactive card we have with the opponent. We don't have any removal. I guess we don't, just 0 interaction. So I think we need this for the combo, and I guess I'm just taking out the Garruk. So yeah, it's thin, but it should, with any luck, it should get us, you know, get us there.
You can't put Progenitus in your graveyard.
Yeah, you can. If it's put into the graveyard, so my brother is asking, and my brother's here, Jerome, he's saying that Progenitus doesn't hit the graveyard, but it hits the graveyard, then the activated ability goes on the stack, and then if you have a instant way to bring it back, you can bring it back and attack with it. Because these things bring it back and it has haste. That creature gains haste until end of turn. And then this one also. If the creature becomes aura, put the target creature in a graveyard to the battlefield under control, attach the needs of the battlefield. Hold on, Necromancy, does that creature have haste? That's a good question. You would cast Necromancy as though it had flash. If you cast it at any time, a sorcery could have been cast. Permanent sacrifice at the beginning of it. Okay. So Necromancy actually doesn't work with Progenitus either. So I think I can take Necromancy out also. So maybe that for a Garruk. Or we could just like hedge and have a Thrun. We do have some good mid-range creatures. I would have rather have like an equipment if I had Thrun, but like one of the swords. But we could also Green Sun's Zenith into the Thrun if we need to. Alright, let's see what the mana base is like. We were going to be putting in our Mox. We have Overgrown Tomb, Ancient Tomb, which ramps us. Gaea's Cradle, we have 12 creatures. Yeah, I'm not really sold on that one. And we have Sort by color. So clearly black's a splash. So we'll go something, how many lines do we need? We have 1, 2, 3 lands already, 17, so we have 14 more lands. So we go 8-6. What? 8-6. 6. It's a little. Maybe 9-5.
That's what I was going to suggest, actually.
Alright, let's try 9-5. Right on time. Let's submit this, and I'll see you guys in round 1.